what's up you guys? It's Travis. Today I'm going to be doing a video telling you guys about the things that turn me off. These are like the things that no matter what, no matter how cute they are, no matter how smart they are or funny they are, if you do these things, we're not gonna date. So before I begin this video, first of all, I want you guys to subscribe to my channel because I feel like I don't say that enough on my channel. Secondly, do you like my shirts? If you guys want to get the shirt for yourself, you can do so at the links in the description section below. And then the third thing I was going to say, I want to know what turns you guys off. What are your guys' deal breakers? I want to know. Tell me what the #1 deal breaker is for you in dating. And I guess that's all I have to say for the beginning of this video. So let's get started. Okay, so deal breaker #1 is don't peek, cheaters, or people who want an open relationship. Now that one seems kind of obvious, but you'd be surprised in the gay community how many people are cool with those things, but those are my deal breakers. I have forgiven people in the past for doing those things, and it ultimately just bit me in the ass. I've learned from those experiences about myself. I've learned my truth, and my truth is that I do not ever want an open relationship. I am too crazy for that nonsense. I'll become like an FBI detective looking through their email accounts trying to find out who exactly they're sleeping with, and it's just not worth the insanity to me. And as far as cheating goes, I don't really have a big tolerance for cheaters either. I think that ultimately you make a decision if you're going to cheat, no matter what's going on in your life. If I'm being the worst boyfriend in the whole world, then break up with me. But to use that as an excuse to cheat on somebody just kind of shows weakness in character. That's not something I really look for in a long-term partner. And so that's my #1 deal breaker. The next deal breaker that I have applies more so to the younger guys that I've dated, and that's the entitled. It's sexy when a guy just knows how to work, and it's sexy when someone's humble and doesn't put themselves above other people. I like that. That's something that I aspire to be like, and so that's something that I look for in a partner. If you're someone who thinks you deserve the world because you're attractive, then please don't call me. Ever. My third turnoff is partying and using drugs. This one is a little bit more flexible, I guess, to some level. Like, I don't care if you drink. You can drink casually. That's not a big deal to me. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I just don't like being around people that are super drunk or high, because when you are around them, you see how silly they act, and it's just not really attractive. What's more attractive is to see someone who's sober in a room that can still maintain their confidence and still have a presence because they don't need something to mask how they really feel. So I want someone that motivates me. I want someone that inspires me, and I feel like someone that smokes a lot of weed or does drugs or just drinks all the time isn't someone that's going to really mesh well with what I want out of a partner. My fourth deal breaker is an unlikely one, I guess, but that's masculinity. Obviously, I like masculine guys, but I like feminine guys too. I don't really think that much about how they act in terms of masculinity or femininity. If I like you, I like you. But the guys that really pride themselves on trying so hard to be masculine and making sure they're as bro as hell is such a turn off, because I feel like by being that masculine archetype, you lose your personality because you're so busy trying to be a bro and you're trying to be a man and act as butch as possible that you don't really let go and you're too uptight. And I've been with guys that act like this, and it's such a turn off. There's not much conversation we can have, and there's not much substance because they don't really show their true selves because they're too busy trying to be something else. I like a guy that is comfortable with himself, and I also like a guy that can embrace the feminine side of himself because it shows that you're secure. It shows that you're not worried about what other people think about you, and that's a really attractive quality to me. The fifth turnoff that I have is being too religious. I don't have a problem with people being religious, and I'm actually spiritual, and my spirituality is kind of in line with what religion teaches you, but I am not necessarily a religious person. I believe in the principles of religion, but I do not believe in traditional religion. So when someone does, that's okay. I can totally be fine getting to know you and understanding that we just have a different perception of what could be the same thing. But if you're trying to force religion down my throat the way it was forced down my throat growing up, which caused a lot of my own self-hatred and inability to accept my sexuality, then I do have a problem with that. I've met a lot of openly gay men who still don't like the fact that they're gay because of their influence of religion that they still believe in, and I just don't think that I want to be around someone who believes in something that makes them feel bad about being themselves. I live as a good person, I have good strong values, I have strong morals, and I don't think you need religion to be that way, which is why being too religious to me is a bit of a turn off. Alright guys, that concludes my list of the top things that turn me off. Make sure you guys comment below and let me know what turns you guys off. And I guess that's all I have for right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.